Kingsley, like I always say, sometimes it's the little things that make you look good, especially when it comes to your country, the people, and on the global stage, how you look. Sometimes it's these things, and I'm saying this because how the government of Ghana swiftly evacuated 300 of our countrymen and women back into their jurisdiction. And I'm happy because they are not just bringing them back, but they have promised them integration allowances, psychosocial support. They will put them on a program where they can access funds for startup and entrepreneur activities. This is what we are talking about. You get, and if you live in a country that takes care of its citizen, why won't you sacrifice for that country? Why won't you lay down yourself for that country? These are the little things. Because right now, if me and a Nigerian sit, or we are in Congo somewhere, I will feel safe and trust my government to come for me when push comes to shove. But I don't think the Nigerian can say the same. You get it? So it's these little things we are talking about.
At this point, I'm sure Nigerians know that every opportunity we get, they must collect shade, and the shade, the shade has been served hot. But let's commend government of Ghana.
Right,
Charlie, for the first time in a long time, a lot of us are proud to call ourselves Ghanaians.
True.
The whole world is clapping for us.
I'm telling you, brother.
Not because we've done something extraordinary, but on the continent like Africa, it rarely happens.
Yeah.
But that is supposed to be the norm. Wherever you are, so far as you have a passport of that country, you should be seen as valued by that particular country, no matter where you find yourself.
Yeah.
In other countries and in other continents, we see how when something happens, there's a war here. Quickly, that government says, we've made this plane available. Just come with your passport and you'll be allowed in. And the value they put on human life.
Yeah.
And the government led by our president, John Dramani Mahama, has really shown that they care about. This is not the first time we are doing this as a government, but this is the first time that if somebody is chasing you out, you know that you have a government that's going to back you. But let's use this opportunity to condemn the South Africans and what they are doing. Some of them. Charlie, some respectable personalities in South Africa indirectly supporting what's going on. And so
and to think that this is the African country that was supported by almost every African country for their liberation.
You see, when we keep making this argument, I keep telling people that this generation, they don't know and they don't care. When somebody in Nkrumah's era said we were chased by the whites, we were not allowed to go here, do this, do that, can you relate?
No.
It's just on paper.
Right.
They feel like we are the South Africans of today and you are taking our jobs from us. That's how they feel. So whether you help them, and that's South Africa for you. Just as when you are talking to them on Twitter, they'll put one English word, they do but
Kingsley, I was scandalized when an official from the South African, country wanted to reduce this to PR, talking about the fact that he's disappointed in the Ghana government and that we are reducing it to PR. But if you listen to accounts of it, there is this woman who says she will not go to South Africa again. Why? Because even if the police see that you are being assaulted, molested, they will watch on.
South Africa na masofa pa. Enye easy. Ehwo na me se wo kwompo na se police kura hu na se nkrofo etake ombeja meya ye de beye. South Africa mo obi anko ho.
And there are other people who have shown their marks, being beaten and all of this.
And then I said,
and then you sought to reduce this to PR gimmicks in any way. Why do you think we are the star of Africa? This should even send a strong signal that you don't mess with any Ghanaian anywhere, because if you do, they will come for you, even if not physical. PRE will come for you.
And the PR thing you are talking about, I think the South African government, directly or indirectly, supports what is happening there.
Because why would you say?
Yes, because you wait for the first batch of Ghanaians to arrive before you make statements like, even the 300 crowd, only 10 were legal. So even if only 10 were legal, like you are saying, is it in the hands of your citizens to beat people up?
What is happening? What about the police force?
People and harass them? Is that how your laws work? Is that how your laws work in South Africa? That if somebody is living in your country illegally, you are supposed to beat the person to the point where you are almost killing them.
So laws don't work in that country?
And when we talk about it, you say that we are making it PR. Yeah. That's gaslighting in its highest order. Yeah. I don't know how else to put this. Yeah. And so I believe that in as much as everybody is condemning it and the South African leaders wait for first batch of the Ghanaian people to arrive to make such utterances, I think indirectly they are behind these people doing this and they really know what they are doing.
You know, there's this idiomatic expression in Tree that says that Senkola Tifi Ere Nanka.
Yes.
One kibia kind.
Yes.
Nanka Refua. Exactly. You see, and this is what someone said on X and Frigo. He says that for the Ghanaians in SA who own properties, assets there, I think where feasible, these assets should be sold to the Ghanaian government so they are all in the government's equity. Proceeds given to citizens for them to start over or continue life back here at home. Then we will see how SA government will look on to see how Ghana's governmental properties will be looted and vandalized. The other countries should follow suit.
You know, and one of the leaders of this march or whatever they call it, will go to a shop owner and tell him that we are taking over your shop. You are doing, you know, South Africa, I guess, the question mark on them is plenty. The country thrives on three things: agriculture, tourism, and investors coming in.
Yeah.
And sometimes using people's resources to bring the profits back home. Because mining, a lot of the mining happening here, South African companies are the ones handling it. When they get the profits, they take chunk of it to South Africa to develop
exactly. And listen to what even Bakavomawo is saying. He says, if we don't take away the Goldfields mines, MTN and DSTV from the South Africans, how can we fix our country too so our citizens don't go there and suffer too can play that game?
That's where we are heading. And you are there. You are thinking about taking over people's job. You don't want to use your head to create anything. People are saying you are lazy, and that one too, you are offended. But what else can... See, we are in this country. We have foreigners also contravening our laws, trying to do things that GIPC laws and traders law do not allow. Have we hit anybody before?
No, it's not the
farthest we've gone is to protest, which is within our rights.
Exactly.
Protest, but don't hurt people. Don't harass people.
And in any case, Kingsley, right now, you would even agree with me that amongst the youth, if we are conversating, we are talking about things of politics and things that affect us, the conversation is now towards one Africa, one continent, one currency, one banking institution. Yeah. So when you people take this route, all you are doing is setting us back. And there's this danger of the whole continent isolating South Africa. And I don't think they want that. Because as we speak now, there are big companies are looking for our mines. We should give it to them for 20 years again.
But I will say this today, is that we are not going to give up in any way on Tarkwa. So in November last year, we submitted a lease extension for the Tarkwa mine, which would give us, at least for the initial term, another 20 years of mining at Tarkwa. And
I'm like, this would not make sense to me, an ordinary Ghanaian, because those 300 people that have come, now, our infrastructure definitely there's going to be work on our infrastructure. There is going to be work on our social amenities. So even we need the money past SASF. Bro. We need that money past SASF. So this is the time for us to also seize this opportunity, because we might look it as something that is evil and bad that has happened to Ghana. But if you flip it, you can see there's a good side. And this gives us an opportunity to own our minds, rake in and keep the money here so that our youth, so that you can buy a car. I can also buy a car.
And if truly spirits are hovering around, the likes of Kwame Nkrumah, Gaddafi, Mugabe, Nelson Mandela,
they'll be very unhappy.
They'll be so sad.
I'm telling you.
When they were trying so hard to break all the barriers these people have come to create amongst us, Charlie, there are lots that bring us together than what divides us.
Solid.
Southern Africa, from South Africa, Lesotho, they all have this similar anthem they play, the same rhythm, just that the words are different. So we are in Ghana. We have areas here in Ghana, we have in Togo, Benin, Mali.
Yes.
It should tell you something that we were one before these barriers came in between us.
So those who did those barriers, they are happy now because this is what they envisage.
And the sad part is that South African, because took quite. Although they were, I don't know if I would say they were lucky that the country was industrialized to a point where
they don't need to go out.
It looks like what people want to go to, right?
Right.
We are now building ours.
Yes.
But the infrastructure, everything looks so quote and unquote there. So
yeah.
So even if we want to do some of these things, they won't feel it. And the government too, you are keeping quiet and for these things to happen. By this time, your Minister of Interior or your military head should issue statements and start arresting the leaders of this nonsense.
March or whatever
their names are, to send a signal to them that it is not in your place to harass anybody who has come to South Africa illegally.
And you see, even if they were issuing citizens arrest, we would not have a problem. But this is clear, barefaced brutality.
Human rights abuse.
Clear. You can't say it any other ways.
And another toothless bulldog, AU. AU will sit and watch the world calm down and then release a bogus statement. This is the time for AU to start acting.
Yeah, they should.
That is your mandate, to bring all of us together. And you have one African country, one Bay4 country. They started with Nigeria. They come to Ghana. They will go to Ethiopia. You think it's just us?
No.
And the funny part I saw this morning is Cambodia. So say Ghana from Cambodia. It's not that bad.
Yes, it's not.
Home.
That is why people like me personally, I am insisting that this Goldfields mine should not be renewed. Because look, if the owners of this, we've been told they are from South Africa. You are human. I'm human. If I have made enough money and there are schools and roads and hospitals to be built, where would your loyalty lie first? I would go and build in my country first before I even consider yours. So by the time I am coming to your country to build that road or that thing, then by the time you even give the 10% and all of that, there is nothing left to build here.
The way we like South Africans too. I'm a piano. Then everything, we like everything about South Africa.
And they are women too, very beautiful, heavily endowed.
We don't understand you people by your rhythm, everything. We like your vibe. Because if you see a Ghanaian, you put Ghanaian and a South African side by side, you see that we have a lot in common.
Yes.
The entertainment in you people is the same way, which we like enjoyment. We didn't bring their DJ, Uncle
Waffles.
I got a whole DJ from South Africa just to headline a show here in Ghana. It should tell you how we like you people. Yeah. But it seems the love is not reciprocated. So we should now day in your lane, they could day in
of course.
If you're a South African living in Ghana right now, you should be afraid. But we are not people to be afraid of. We are not going to do what they are doing to our people there.
And I just want to give a big shout out to the head of Diaspora and Affairs, KOD. Okay. He says that there's no going to be demonstration, no South African businesses would be affected, and that they are all welcome to do business here and all of that.
It's not in his place to say, I want to he should wait and let things.
Yeah, but you know,
what capacity is he saying that?
Head of Diaspora and Affairs.
Gotcha. Please, let's be one.
Yeah.
Africa, we are one before someone came to divide us.
Exactly.
If you let this exist, they will sit there and laugh because their goals have been achieved.
Exactly. Well, let us know what you make of this whole issue. Let us know. Tell us your thought. We are ready to listen and read. And when you are doing this, I mean, recommend this to a brother, a sister, a friend. Until we come your way next time, don't be a xenophobic person, but be a great citizen. We are.